I'm Mitchell Ryan Dixon, and today I'm going to be watching Ready Player One in 70mm. Well, I'm in a little bit of a predicament now. I am standing right outside the theater, and because of the renovations are all around this building, they appear to have closed. Like, I have a later opening for the movie. And the thing is, I ordered my ticket in advance, and my showing is at 4 p.m. and the theater will not open until 6 p.m. Came all this way to see the movie. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy another ticket for whatever showing is around that time, and then see if I can return this ticket, because this is ridiculous. And obviously it's like, do I want to go see the movie and then have it ruined by the sound of construction? Because apparently you can see the construction all the way, or you hear the construction all the way through the movie, through feeders. It says here, feeders 1 to 8. Well, this is just great. They don't even have anything, like they have Ready Player One, but they don't have it in 70mm, and it's totally different times. See that? Like, I click on it and look at that, it has every different type, but it doesn't have 70mm listed here. So I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I came all the way down to Toronto, so I might as well wait until they open and see what happens. Okay, so I just looked online, and now they don't even have Ready Player One in 70mm here at this location. The only other theater in Canada that has it in 70mm is in Montreal, which is so strange because when I was here about a week ago, they had this theater listed, and I paid for the tickets in advance, and good thing, I'm so glad I got a receipt for that, and I have it with me. So yeah, I'm even looking at the board here, and it doesn't even have 70mm listed. It's just 3D and VIP. And judging from the machines on the outside, is they're not even listing a full list of movies. It's just only they're only showing a couple of movies, because apparently the construction's so loud in theaters 1 to 8 that it apparently ruins the movie. So I guess they were losing more business than they were actually having people stay in the theater. So looks like I'm going to have to wait a couple hours and see if I can get, at the very least, a refund. I don't know if you would call it irony, but they're not showing like even the later showings, because they do open up at 6 p.m. And 6:30 p.m. And they're showing later showings of Ready Player One, but not in 70mm. Even if I bought the ticket for the 70mm at a later showing, like the 10 o'clock or the 6 o'clock showing and whatnot, I would still be in the situation of they're not even showing it in 70mm. So, and currently the 3D VIP is sold out for 6:30. So by the time 6 rolls around and they finally do open up, I'm gonna just, I think really all they're gonna do is give me a refund, and if they don't, then that's horrible, Cineplex. I got here basically 2.5 hours before the movie would start. 3 hours before the movie would start. And so now I have to wait an additional length of time just to see what happened. Actually, I'm really curious. Did maybe the film print of Ready Player One exploded, as well as the construction? Like, because the construction, that's the reason why theaters 1 to 8 and the 70mm thing is at the theater 8. So I mean, I don't know what the noise problem would be like, but the main reason I wanted to see it was the visuals for the 70mm. So, especially a film like this, and I'm already sort of disappointed overall, because I'm already expecting not seeing it in 70mm at all, because I'm not going to go all the way to Montreal just to see this film in 70mm. I'm sorry. There's only I don't think there's any film in the entire history. Actually, no, correction. There's only one film I would drive all the way to Montreal to see in 70mm, and that is it's Doctor Strangelove with the original ending. I will travel the ends of the earth to see that original ending for Doctor Strangelove. But anyways, that's never gonna happen. So, but yeah, Ready Player One, no, I don't want to travel that far. I mean, I traveled all the way to Toronto, but from Mississauga, so could be worse. I could be all the way from Georgetown. I was super excited to see Ready Player One. I'm still a little bit excited, but I'm just a little bit exhausted because I know I still got, hypothetically, another 3-hour wait before they even start to open this up. I just sorted out everything for the Ready Player One. So what happened was, because it wasn't the construction, because otherwise they would have moved it up. They said that there was something wrong with their print, that's what usually happens with 70mm film, is that usually there's sometimes there's problems, sometimes gets set on fire, it's destroyed, or a part of it is not up to quality as it should be, so they had to change it up. But apparently next week or so, they're going to get another print for the 70mm for it, for Ready Player One. And now my question is, it's like I come all the way down here to Toronto. Should I go all the way to the Scotiabank Theatre, which is currently showing it in 3D IMAX, and then come back the next week or so and see it again in 70mm? That's my question. I've never seen a film in a different format. I've never seen it in a digital format and then see it again in 70mm. Like, that will be... I'm really tempted to do it because I come all the way down here and I don't want too late of a showing. I want to be able to get back home and, edit and stuff. So I have no idea how well the sound is on this, but yeah, so there's the construction. I should have got a good shot of it, but yeah, because it's the outside of the front of the building, and the theater is located on the very top of the theater. So what? It's Toronto. Every city's got to be noisy. Am I right? So what Cineplex did was really nice. They refunded my ticket. Well, I mean, because the front wasn't open, I had to go through their call thing to call the theater directly. I got a machine, and then press the right number. They give me the actual number for the actual thing, for the actual theater, and then I called and got their attention and just said, I do have a 70mm showing ticket. I bought it in advance, and you guys are not showing it anymore, and I was wondering if I can refund it now. And they said no problem. They came to the front and they let me in, and now they refunded the ticket and gave me a free ticket that I can see any movie I want in any format for free for my troubles. And I thank them very much. I have to walk towards the Scotiabank Theatre anyways, so I'll go see it in the 3D IMAX. I think I've made the decision. Anyways, continuing on with my review now. Man. Deleted scene. I actually kind of like doing these little deleted scenes now that I think about it. When stuff like this happens. When stuff happens. Anyways, there's a big amount of construction everywhere. Like, my gosh. I mean, my friend always jokes that we have 2 seasons in Canada, winter and construction, and we are now entering, and we are in construction season, obviously. Oh, we're just passing House of Lords, used to have been there, and we got a Leaf guy, and then we almost get hit by a car. See, it's not Toronto until you accidentally get hit by a car. No, but seriously, it's you shouldn't be distracted while walking or driving. people die and get injured all the time from just little mishaps, little mistakes, such as, you know, looking down at your phone for a second or iPod or whatever. And yeah, so stay aware of your situation. Don't do what I'm doing, which is doing a review while walking. So yeah, don't do what I do. Do as I say, not as I do, said the mother crab to the baby crab. I'm still a little disappointed I didn't see it in 70mm first, but I'm quite glad that they're still getting the print for 70mm for Ready Player One. So, because like I said, there's only 2 feeders in Canada that has the 70mm Ready Player One, and one's in Toronto, and it's like, it just so happens their print was something went wrong with it, so, or maybe it arrived in bad condition or whatnot. So you know what, since they refunded it and gave me a free ticket, I'll go see it in 3D IMAX right now, and then hopefully I can get good seats. If I can't get good seats, I'll just wait. Let's not walk into any polls, Mitchell. Anyways, how is everyone doing? Oh, I don't know. I'm just talking to myself on my phone. I'm just crazy. Yeah, I must have gone a little bit warmer because I'm not as freezing cold as when I started recording this going up the street. I was just walking down to get to Scotiabank and I saw a really good advertisement for a movie. Now, let me show you how to do an advertisement for a movie. That is how you do an advertisement for a movie. Yeah, so that's an advertisement for Deadpool 2, it looks like. Some of the best advertisements in history is like advertisements that you didn't know were advertisements. And to me, that looked like it was just graffiti art or something like that. And then it's like, oh no, it's I don't know if it's legit, but it's a pretty good, if it is legit, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good ad. I'm at the other feeder now, and look at that. Look at that IMAX poster. I've never seen that poster before. Really nice art. Bought my tickets, and now it wasn't that great of a selection of seats, even though I am still 2.5 hours early to the showing for the IMAX 3D. I picked the best I could, so because I would go for the later showing and get better seats, but the problem is then I won't be able to get a bus to Mississauga until like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then it's like, I'm a little bit off to the side, but it shouldn't be too bad. The 3D though, it might be a little bad because usually the more to the side you are, the worse it is 3D wise. So other than that, it's been a crazy fun day. So excited. And actually right now it's actually starting to rain, and it's not just rain, it's freezing rain. So yeah, good thing I didn't wait until 6 for the box office to open. Good thing I called them in advance. Otherwise, yeah, things would be even more difficult. Well, there was so much time before the movie starts that I decided, because in the basement, or not basement, in the bottom part of the Cineplex, there's a VR lab where you can pay and experience VR without actually having the VR. Because I had a really bad experience with a really crappy VR, I decided to go out and try it because, well, I mean, it's better than, say, investing the $400 or whatever dollars or more on VR when it turns out you can't even play it. And so I played, there was this flight, space flight simulator type thing, and then if you purchase one, they had an offer, you get a free VR experience to play Ready Player One VR experience. So I figured, hey, that would work. Go do that before seeing the movie. And it's funny because I actually kind of feel, after playing it, I think I've played it 20-30 minutes, and it's definitely a little bit of a workout, I'm not gonna lie. And also, it's definitely quite fun. I feel a little bit queasy right now, but for the most part, it was a much better experience than the crappy free VR experience that I tried with my phone. Definitely, absolutely, 100% better. It's definitely cool, but I don't know. Am I sick of motion VR? Like in the sense of actually playing it, because I do feel a little bit sick. But I did have an overall positive experience, though the gameplay itself is actually not that great. I mean, it's great that I got a free experience with the one that I went, but was what I just went through worth it? Because I paid $12 for what's essentially an 8-minute movie where I sit in the chair and play the VR. Well, not really play the VR. It's more like an experience, like you're going through. And is it worth $12? I don't think so. I definitely think the VR experience should be a lot cheaper. Like, I know it's very expensive equipment, but you'll make back your money a lot better if it was cheaper to begin with. Especially, and if it is going to be that price, you should be able to choose 2 experiences for a price, or have like almost like a day pass where it's like you can play as much as you want. Actually, no, they shouldn't do that. It would be 2-pack. So I don't know. Maybe I do get motion sickness with VR. I don't know. It's just it's something I'm going to have to test further, but which is weird because I love roller coasters. I love, rides and stuff where it's like upside down and all that and crazy, and I love moving seats and all that, and movies, D-Box and all that, and it's like VR, and I'm actually trying VR, and it's like I have that sense of motion sickness. I really hope I'm not, because I would really like to enjoy VR myself. There's several VR games that I would love to play if I, maybe save up for it and all that. But if I'm gonna get motion sickness with VR, then I don't know. Anyways, so that was a little sidetrack. But anyways, the movie's gonna start in about less than half an hour, so I'll be going to get my seats now, and time to watch Ready Player One in IMAX 3D.